I know next to nothing about RuneScape. I've played it on and off for many years, but in that time, I've played basically like a glorified free-to-play account. The best armor I've ever gotten is full rune. All my bossing experience is spent at these three guys, and that's even if you consider skilling bosses to be real bosses. And if the skill doesn't involve AFKing sand crabs, then I basically don't know how to effectively level it. And from what I've heard, even nowadays, the sand crabs thing has changed. Now there's apparently some other giant crab. But with RuneScape hitting all new peak players, sailing being right around the corner, I've decided it's time for a change. I want to see if I have what it takes to go from being a clueless noob to maxing an Ironman account. And hopefully, you'll join me for this journey. All that being said, we are playing on a hardcore Ironman account. The account dies, it won't be over. It'll just break my heart. I'm going to try to keep the status as long as possible, but I know that I'm not going all the way with it. I'm going to hopefully post weekly progress videos on the account. And our first goal to get started, I think, is to do some Tempoross kills. I know him, he's familiar, but also he'll give us a lot of food for continuing on with the rest of the stuff we want to do. And he's an easy thing to just start out with. Alright, to get going, I'm going to rob this helpless man repeatedly for some money and thieving levels. Then we're going to help this cook bake a cake. Thought I might as well just get the hardest quests in the game knocked out right away. Milk acquired. Egg acquired. There we go, flour. Can't talk. There we go, flour acquired. And there's a happy cook. Now we're going to buy an axe from Bob here and get to chopping logs. Alright, got the 30 fire making. That lets me do sea slug, I believe. And that'll help me get my fishing up. But I changed my mind. I just ended up going for 50 fire making right off the bat. So I don't have to worry about it as much anymore. Then if I want to do winter Todd sometime later, I already got that knocked out. I was already here, so I figured might as well do it. I'm not a tree expert, but I don't think they're supposed to look like that. Next up on the agenda is we're gonna teleport to Castle Wars so we can walk over to our Ardone and steal a poor baker's baked goods for a while until we get high enough thieving that we can start stealing silk and get a little cash stack going. Kind of odd that the baker just doesn't care at all that we're stealing all of his product. The crime rate in this city must be horrible with how little the guards do around here about everyone stealing from these stalls. Like, I don't even know why the merchants are here. They should really just set up shop somewhere else. Their profits have to be tanking. Oh god, maybe the guards do something around here. While waiting to sell my silk, I decided to hop over here to the gnome stronghold, get some agility levels going, and got my first mark of grace, so only 259 to go. 258 to go. With that out of the way, it should have been enough time I can go back and sell my silk. Let's hope I remember how to do it. Alright, here's hoping I remember. I'm pretty sure I do. Got some silk for you, sir. Pretty sure I do 120. E counters 50. I say I'll do 60. Yay! And then that should be also part of our achievement diary for our Dune, right? Where do I check that? Huh? Indeed it is. Alright, now we got ourselves a little cash stack. It is finally time for me to do Sea Slug, get that fishing level up. Just imagine like an epic Sea Slug montage right here. And that Sea Slug complete. And that gets us to 24 fishing, so a good boost. And then we can start fishing to get ourselves up the rest for Tempoross. Time to sit here and enjoy some peaceful fishing for a bit until I'm 35. Alright, gonna do one last thing before I head over to Tempoross, and that is some fishing trawler to get the angler outfit, because you gotta look good during the grind. There we go, 18 KC, and we got our first piece. We got the hat. And there's the pants. And there's the shirt. We've been getting a lot of them back to back. I think, the first one was 18 KC, and this was just 22, so pants and shirt came quickly after. And there we go, we got our boots after 44 KC. That's a pretty good amount to get the whole full set. I feel like we got pretty lucky. Now I look like a proper fisherman and can get on with things. I realized I should complete Daddy's home before I head off to Tempoross so I can get construction XP from repairing that little wooden post thingy. So I got that taken care of. Alright, it's finally time. Only took me 16 hours to get here, but today is the day of Tempoross. Just imagine a really epic Tempoross time-lapse or montage that I couldn't figure out how to do. Alright, so I've been doing Tempoross for about 4 hours now. Got 22 kills so far. Not all of them were great, and there was a few times I didn't get the kill. I messed up. I got too sidetracked with watching whatever YouTube video is on my second monitor. But so far I have 178 reward permits, as you can see down here. I'm not going to collect any of them. I'm going to collect them when I'm done. I kind of have this goal in the back of my mind to get to 1,000 permits and then collect them all. We'll see. We'll see if I can't wait. I need my dopamine. We got 308 permits total so far. We're going to see what we get from these. Hoping for something good. Spirit flakes, alright, alright. Lots of salmon, lobster. One of the reasons I did want to be here was lots of food. I can get it cooked up and it'll last me quite a while. First casket. Come on, good juju. Give me a unique. Come on. Another casket. I don't remember how many spirit flakes I need for the outfit. I'm kind of hoping I get enough here. Then I can look cooler. Actually, I don't even know if I look cooler. I kind of like the normal angler outfits look more. Getting lots of caskets. Would be great, though, if one of them was unique. You know, maybe a fishing barrel should pop up. Got another casket. Really loving the caskets. I'm just really hoping. Really hoping I can get a fishing barrel just knocked out right away. It's nerve-wracking just watching these tick away. The rewards are getting lower and lower in the pool. I have a bad feeling the game's gonna screw me. $210 rewards left. Soaked pages. Kind of pointless without the water tone, but that's something different. Oh my gosh. Done 100 and haven't gotten nothing. Come on. RNGesus. Help me. Usually Tempoross is good to me. I don't think I've ever gone this long with just nothing. Lots of caskets, that's, I guess, something. And we're gonna be eating good for a while with all this fish. Halfway. Halfway and still nothing. More soaked pages. Where's my fishing barrel game? It's gonna be crazy when the pet just pops up. More soaked pages. It's really loving the soaked pages. Well, there's the tome of water to use the soaked pages on. That's something. I'll take that. Would have preferred a fishing barrel, but that's something. Down to our last 100 rewards. Of course it's the tackle box. Of course. This really is a lot of caskets. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that? Things aren't looking good for us here. $50 more. I don't have a good feeling about our fishing barrel odds. $40 more. More soaked pages. Our last 10. Seaweed. Swordfish. Salmon. More soaked pages. More soaked pages. No fishing barrel, of course. You know what? Account has bad seed. Time to reroll. So what do we get? We got 3,648 spirit flakes. I believe that is well more than enough to get the outfit. We got, what number is that? Is that an 8? Is it 1,800? 1,810 raw salmon, 400 lobsters, 174 swordfish, 1,070 raw tuna, 23 caskets, which I think is a lot of caskets. I feel like all of our fishing barrel luck went into caskets. We got 311 seaweed, 221 raw bass, 288 planks, 5,957 feathers, 196 oak planks. These planks are going to be great for construction. We got 5,983 fishing bait, 39 soaked pages, a tome of water, and a tackle box. Now it's time to see what we get from these caskets, all right? This is where the RNG makes up for it, where we get from the first one. Diamonds. A hard clue scroll and 25 sapphire rings? Hard clue scroll's kind of neat. I don't know what sapphire rings are used for. I'm hoping it's something good. Sapphire bracelets. A rune chain body, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Emerald rings, alright. Aren't these like dueling? Rune med helm. Emerald bracelet. I'm pretty sure this med helm could be a full helm. Ruby bracelet. Diamond ring. Tooth half of key. And a medium clue scroll. I clueless. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's used for. All right, let's deposit things real quick. We'll just dump all. I probably should have put that in its own tab. Diamond necklace, diamond bracelet, ruby ring, diamond ring, diamond necklace. Diamond, pay attention, is that ruby rings? Ruby necklace. Another tooth half of key thingy. Red topaz. I think more ruby rings. 84 gold bars. Now that's pretty nice. We craft some jewelry. And 11 emerald necklaces. Alright. Well. Not the worst, not the best Tempoross luck. Could have been better. But we're definitely not done with Tempoross because we need that fishing barrel. So this is how we're looking after the 308 permits so far. Some fishing trawler stuff might have got mixed in with this, like with the lobster and salmon and whatnot, but for the most part, this is what we got so far. No fishing barrel, so we'll definitely have to do more Tempoross, but I think I'm going to step away from Tempoross for the time being and work on something else. So I was way off. For some reason, in my head, I was thinking it was 1,200 for the whole outfit. I didn't realize it's 1,200 spirit flakes per piece. So we do still have a ways to go for the outfit. I'm not going to convert any of the pieces right now. I'll do that when I have all the spirit flakes. Alright, I don't know what came over me, but I cooked up all the fish we got from Tempoross. As you can see here, I kept the burnt stuff too, because I like hoarding things. And now we're at 64 cooking. I was kind of hoping it'd bring us to 65, but that's alright, because I plan to do more Tempoross, and I'll get more cooking XP from that. Thought I was going to take a break, but here I am. I guess cooking all that fish was my break. I just can't leave without that fishing barrel. I don't know when I'll even use the fishing barrel, but it's just eating at me. I need it. So I'm going to sit here probably till like 65 fishing. We'll see how many permits I get in the meantime. Alright, we got our 65 fishing. We're also up to 64 cooking and 22 construction. We got 169 permits to try to get this fishing barrel. But here's hoping. See what we start off with. Still loves the caskets. I'm hoping. I'm hoping for the fishing barrel. I'm tired of being here. Like, I could just take a break and go do something else, but my brain won't let me leave without that barrel. Just show me a barrel. Soaked pages. Building up a bunch of caskets again. I'd be more excited about the caskets if I knew what to do with the jewelry. Like, I know high alking or selling the jewelry for money is a thing, but I don't know what all the jewelry can be enchanted into or what its use is. I know some of it is teleports, but I just don't know the details. Otherwise, I'd probably be more excited about getting all the jewelry. $100 more. Come on. Show me a barrel. More soaked pages. Come on, game. Show me some love. Haven't given up hope yet. It's gonna be funny when it gives me the pet and not a barrel. Or it's gonna be like the dragon spear, or was it dragon harpoon? Not spear. It's gonna give me something really rare and not give me my barrel. $50 more. Here's hoping. $20 more. Come on. 25 soak pages. Doesn't that mean there's a duplicate unique? $10 more. stop with this. Oh my god, no barrel. I hate this game. I bet RS3 wouldn't treat me like this. Alright, what do we get from these caskets? Is that uncut jade? Ruby ring? I mean, that's ruby ring. That's sapphire ring. I just predicted what it would give next. Red topaz. Another rune med helm. And some uncut opal. Oh my god. Well, it looks like we're not done here yet. On the bright side, I get to continue the grind in my new Spirit Angler outfit. We got enough flakes with the last reward pool. We got it upgraded. Decided to step away from Tempoross and come take my frustration out on some goblins. I sold off some of the, I was looking up some of the jewelry I'd gotten from the caskets and which ones didn't seem to matter as much, and so I sold off a few of those to get some rune money. Now I'm just chilling here for a bit. Reminds me of simpler, happier times. Alright, I at least got the goblin mails for goblin diplomacy whenever I get around to that. I've decided I'm gonna channel my frustrations into something more productive. We're killing Zamrock warriors. If the game won't give me a barrel, maybe they'll give me a rune simi. We did it. 33 KC. The game loves me. I got big plans for this thing. Oh, it's beautiful. There we go. We just throw it in the bank to rot until the day comes that I have 40 attack. So, I've continued to grind Tempoross. I've had quite a few failed reward pulls, still no barrel. I hopped across roofs and smacked rocks in between to clear my head. And here we are. It's actually the next week. I have 275 rewards in the pool. This will put our total up to over 1,000 rewards. This is the last chance for right now. I'm trying to get this barrel. If this doesn't work, I'm done with Tempoross for the time being. Sailing, as of the time I'm recording this, comes out in 2 days. And I'd like to try to do everything I can to get my account best prepared for that. Just so I can be sailing the high seas with everyone on release. Even though I know I'm not going to obviously get the like max skill recommendations to experience everything. That's not happening in 2 days. Maybe I spent too much time at Tempoross. But hopefully we get what we want in these polls right here. We'll find out. Oh, at one point I muted my sound. Here, maybe I turn down music. All right, what are we looking at? I just know this game is going to screw me and I'm going to get some other unique. Like, I still don't have the large harpoon fish or whatever it is. It could screw me. Or it's just going to be duplicate tackle box after duplicate tackle box. I'm going to get so many soaked pages. You know, originally I was thinking that all the boards and nails would be helpful for construction, but I did have the realization that they actually might help me with sailing. I don't know how many I'm going to need for sailing. More soaked pages. At the very least, don't have to worry about food for a long time after this. I have so many fish. $25. No. I think that means that was a duped tackle box. How could it do this to me? If I'm correct in thinking the pages, the 25 pages, is a duplicate tackle box, I think I've rolled 3 tackle boxes. And maybe I'm wrong, but aren't tackle boxes the same chance as the barrel? Got 190 more to go. $180. What do I do with all the extra spirit flakes since I have the outfit? Are they good for anything else? Even if it weren't for all the fish in my bank from all this, just this amount of lobster, it would probably keep me good for quite a bit in the early game. $140 more. Getting a lot of caskets. How many caskets have I gotten? In total, I've gotten 54 caskets with all the pulls. 55 now. Lots of feathers. I think I'm going to be set on soaked pages for a while. Oh, I realized... I don't know if anyone else noticed. Oh, we're at 100 more. I guess now 95. I unmuted my sound that I had muted. I did not unmute the game in OBS. I should put my inventory back up. 80 more. It's really not going to give me this barrel, is it? There we go. Oh, that's all I wanted. And we got it. It only took nearly 1,000 pulls. Maybe we can get something else good? Get another unique in these last 50? You know, just toss in a pet for all the trouble. We got 30 more. Give me something good. $25 soak pages. Well, now I don't know what that was a dupe of. It could have been, I think, tackle or fishing barrel. It would be hilarious if you could see what it rolled and it was another fishing barrel. After all this trouble, it's just 2 of them. Last 5. Alright, nothing else, but we got our barrel. Let's see what's in these caskets. Silver? I don't know how useful silver is. Another rune chain body. Red topaz. Ruby bracelet. Ruby ring. More ruby rings. Another tooth half key. This is like my 3rd one of these. 60 gold. That's good for crafting jewelry. More ruby bracelets. Sapphire bracelets. Another rune med helm. Diamond ring. A rune full helm. Oh, we gotta empty it. Now, I'd be happy about the rune full helm, which I am. It's still high alch, but I did already get one. And some of those reward pulls I did earlier, opening the caskets, you know, I got more more med helms and full helm. I guess really I could just... I don't know why I'm doing this one at a time, but that's not gonna stop me from doing it one at a time. Despite having the thought that maybe I shouldn't be. Alright. Uncut jade and diamond necklace. So this is what we're looking at. If I look here at the loot tracker, we did 1,006 pulls from Tempoross from the reward pool and opened... It says I got 59 caskets, but I've only opened 58 caskets. Are there caskets in here? Okay, I don't know what that's about. But alright, this is what we ended up with from our little over 1,000 Tempoross rewards. We got the fish barrel. This took way too long. I don't know that I've ever had an account take this long. Like in past accounts, you know, I've spent a good amount of time at Tempoross, and usually this comes way earlier, but you know, sometimes you go dry. But the amount of fish that we have, I mean, just the lobster here combined with the cooked one, you know, we're looking at close to 1,800 lobsters. That'll definitely keep me fed for the early game. And even if I need something a little more than lobsters, you know, we got over 500, or we got like 600 swordfish, and that'll do just fine too. Lots of jewelry. I'm gonna have to figure out what all this can be enchanted into and what's useful. Tons of planks. I don't know how much normal planks are helpful. But we also got some oak ones, a lot of steel nails. You know, we got some good high alch stuff with the rune. Oh, I didn't point this out because I think these are good. But one of the caskets I opened earlier gave me some uncut dragon stones. I thought that was pretty neat. 217 soaked pages, so we're probably pretty good on soaked pages. But yeah, I do need to look as to what I do with these spirit flakes, because now that I have the outfit, I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of them is. So I'll look into that. But yeah, this is how we're looking after 1,000 Tempoross rewards. Well, that does it for our first week on the account. We got 54 hours on the account so far. I mean, getting that barrel was it took too long. Uh if you made it this far, consider liking and subscribing, and check back in next week for the next progress video. We should be sailing the seas with everybody else then. Anyway, have a good day.